Jamal Murray just snapped, becoming the first Nugget to have 55, 5, and hit 5 3-pointers in a game. He also has more 50-point games than all of these legends on this list, and this duo right here is dangerous going forward, and that's why I think teams are terrified of this Denver Nuggets squad. He's also got the most points scored in a game by a Canadian in the history of the NBA, and the most 50-point games in the history of the Denver Nuggets. He went for 55, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals in 42 minutes and shot 20 for 36 from the field, 7 of 14 from 3. And this duo right here, this is why it's so dangerous, right? Because everybody's so focused on Nikola Jokic, all this open space he has to operate. You're going to pass it to him, and he's just going to give it right back for the easy 3-ball. That's as easy as it gets. And the Nuggets transition game has been fantastic this year. I mean, what kind of sorcery is this? It's almost like once a game at this point that he does some crap like this, but it goes in. And then this is a really tough action to guard, really simple, yet a really tough action to guard. Christian Brown's going to set the little flare screen and then dive right to the rim, taking both Blazers defenders with him and leaving Jamal Murray wide open. Easy assist for Nikola Jokic, who at that point is just stat padding. I mean, that's like shooting fish in a barrel, right? And then he's going to read this screen right here, read Klingon, get downhill, get Anthony Simons onto his hip, and then get the floater layup, whatever you want to call it, to go. That's a tough shot over Donovan Klingon as well. Now running off the stagger screen, really nice set drawn up here by Mike Malone, catching the defender up in all of these screens from Sarge and DeAndre Jordan, and he just curls it and knocks down the 3-ball. Very easy. Dude scored 55 on mainly jumpers, all tough buckets. Watch here. All he needs is the quick in and out to deny the screen, gets right to his spot, and then coming off this little stagger screen, Blazers defend it horribly, and it ends up with an easy 3-ball. Watch Zeke Naji. This is a fantastic screen by him, and then you just get Klingon going downhill, stop on a dime, and knocking down the 3. And then same exact look right here, second time in a row, and the Blazers still can't stop it because it's just a complete miscommunication. Hey, this guy's got 30 already, and it's halftime, and none of us are going to step out and get a hand up at the 3-point line. That's terrible. Now they're going to come out in horns with Naji and Jokic at the elbows, and Jamal Murray's going to pick which side he wants to come off and then get downhill and attack and hit a ridiculous little half spin fadeaway. I mean, what is that? That's a little bit too easy. And then they just go spread, right? Completely spread, little deceleration move. Keeps him off with the right shoulder, outstretched lefty lay. That's tough. In transition, misses the 3, gets the rebound, goes right back up with it. You know it's your night when it's coming right back to you. And then this is ridiculous. Little tween step back over to Amani Kamara, who is not a bad defender whatsoever. Really nice set once again right here. Kind of a different variation of the Spanish pick and roll. So we're going to set a screen to get Jamal Murray open. And then he gets it here on the wing. Jalen Pickett's going to set a down screen. And then you're going to get into the pick and roll with DeAndre Jordan, attacking Donovan Klingon going downhill, and it works to perfection. Portland was absolute barbecue chicken last night. Nobody on the team could stop anything that the Denver Nuggets were trying to do. There he gets right to the rim in transition, and we've talked about this transition offense that Denver has had this year. We'll talk about it a little bit more later in this video, but it has been fantastic. Here he is once again off the DeAndre Jordan screen, who shout out to Ung, right? 87 years old, and he's still out there hooping for the Nuggets. He's been a big piece for them over the last month or so, and remember, he is that closer. When it comes down to it, he's going to get a bucket. Tough little fadeaway right there. I mean, that's ridiculous. And remember, the Nuggets are at their best when Jamal Murray is at his best. Remember back to the season they won the finals, where he averaged 26 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in 20 games in the playoffs and won a championship. He had a game 240 ball versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, averaged 32.5 points per game versus the LA Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, and had 2 35-point games in that series. And then he averaged 27 on 49% shooting from the field, 43% from 3 against the Timberwolves in the first round, and in the finals concluded an elite playoff run with a 34-point triple-double. He is Mr. Playoff Riser. He and Jimmy Butler's kind of getting old now. Now it's Jamal Murray. And make no mistake about it, these two are elite together, and Nikola Jokic is still the best player on the team, right? You see the numbers he put up during that stretch, so even though Jamal Murray was fantastic, it's still Nikola Jokic's team, but they can complement complement each other so well. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If that is you, go ahead and fix that right now. Now let's get back to the video, and this is not Jamal Murray's first offense, right? He's had a 45-point game already this year against Dallas, where he put up 45 and 6 in 36 minutes on 18 of 26 shooting from the field. Maybe the most efficient 45-point game I've seen in quite some time, and he is still a pure hooper. We talked about it. They need him to be at his best going forward, but he's not the only guy that can go get you 40 or 50, right? Nikola Jokic can also do that, because against Portland just 2 nights ago, he had 40 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals, and the craziest part about that stat line is he did it in 30 minutes and only attempted 22 shots. Of the 7 shots that he missed, 5 were threes. He's so efficient, it's ridiculous, and then he starts doing crap like that. But it's not like they're relying on one guy to carry them. The other co-star is very complimentary in these games. In that Portland game, Jamal also had 17 and 7 assists and was 7 of 10 from the field. In the second Portland game, where Jamal went off last night, Jokic had a ridiculous 26 point, 15 assists, 10 rebound stat line. So both of these guys complement each other very well. And then you also have Michael Porter Jr., who before getting hurt was on an absolute tear over a 3-game stretch, averaging 35 points a game and 9 rebounds in about 35 minutes a night. He was in heat check mode from the time the game started. I mean, that is ridiculous right there. He shot 64% from the field and 60% from 3 on 10 attempts during this stretch, and that gives you 3 guys that can go out and get 40 on any given night, and that's what makes this team so dangerous, on top of their role players and their complementary pieces. Yeah, he adds his own element to transition, just pulling up from wherever, whenever he wants to, and that's part of a reason that this Nuggets team has the #1 transition offense in the NBA, with 19 points per game, and they are 5th in pace in the league this year, whereas they were 27th last year. A complete 180 from last year's squad. They got a little bit younger. They also added Westbrook, who not really gets you younger, but on a 2-year, $6 million deal. Absolute robbery. The Nuggets right now are 36 and 19, half a game out of second. They've won 8 straight games, 12 of their last 15, and 16 of their last 20. They are the hottest team in basketball right now, other than maybe the Oklahoma City Thunder, although there's an argument to be made there as well. Westbrook's averaging 13 points, 6.4 assists, 5.1 rebounds, and 1.5 steals per game this year, while shooting 47% from the field and 33% from 3 on 3.5 attempts per game. And like I said, he's one of the major reasons that this team has done a complete 180 and has gotten out in transition and run teams to death. Christian Brown is another reason as well. He stepped into the starting lineup after KCP went to the Magic, and he's averaging 15 points, 5 boards, 2.2 assists, and 1.1 steals in 33 minutes per game this year, while shooting 58% from the field. 37% from 3, about league average, 2.7 attempts per game. Pretty solid, right? A great first year starting for Christian Brown. And then you have his young partner in crime, Peyton Watson, who does a lot of the same stuff, right? Getting out in transition, running the floor, 8 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, but he also averages 1.2 blocks and a steal per game in just 24 minutes a night. He's one of the best defenders in the league, and anytime there's one possession to decide a game, you best believe Peyton Watson's going to be guarding the guy that takes this shot. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy it at any point. We're looking for 300 likes on today's video. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching.